afternoon and welcome to our live Q&A session today, which is all about studying for a career in uniformed public services at Walsall College. I'm Emma and today I'm joined by our two expert panellists. Firstly, we have Adam, who is our Curriculum Manager for Public Services. Hi, Adam.
Hi there.
And we're also joined by one of our Career Guidance Officers, Andy. Hi, Andy.
Hi, Emma.
So to give a little context as to what we've been up to, this is one of our many live events to support anyone who is thinking about studying with us at Walsall College. So with us, you can study a range of different things. You can study anything from full-time, part-time courses, apprenticeship, evening courses, right from entry level to full degree level in a number of cases as well. We do have a huge range of courses, there's lots of different subject areas to choose from, different ways to study. You can come into the college to complete your course. We do distance learning as well, and we also do training in the workplace. As I said, this session today is all about uniformed public services, so Adam is going to let you know about the different courses that we offer in this area, things like what type of careers it can lead to, what equipment you may need, and the facilities that we have available as well. If you do have any questions, then please pop them in the comments below and we will get around to answering those as soon as possible. And before we start talking about uniformed public services, we may have some viewers here that have already applied for a course and just wondering what is happening next. So just to let you know that we will have received your application and we will be in touch with you. So a course tutor will be following it up with a phone call and you'll receive a text message just before to let you know that they will be ringing you. As soon as it's safe to do so, we will invite you into the college to attend a welcome session, and then you will receive further information then about how to enrol for September. Most important things to do though, if you haven't done so already, is to apply now to secure your place for September, and then we can stay in constant contact with you then and keep you updated. But without further ado, let's start talking about uniformed public services. So Adam, can you give us a bit of an overview of the different courses that we offer in this area, please?
Yeah, sure. Uniformed public services at Walsall College is mainly aimed at 16 to 19-year-olds who wish to serve on the front line of the public services. And what I mean by this is the fire service, the police service, any of the three branches of the military, but also the smaller organisations like the prison service or the probation service or border force. One thing I will clarify though, we do get a lot of applicants for paramedics. Unfortunately, our course can't help with that. It has to be a health and social care course because of the paramedic science that they'll be going on to. As part of that package, then we run level 1 to level 5 courses. To put that into concept, level 1 are for individuals who have got very little qualifications and it's an introduction to the public services. 2 is a 1-year course with those who have maybe just missed out on their 4s or their Cs in GCSEs and want to retake their GCSEs as well. And so that's another year course, all leading to our level 3 package, because that's what's important for the public services. And our level 3 package is either a 1 or a 2-year course, and that can get you anywhere between a 1A level or 3 A levels. This year, we've also launched level 4 and level 5 at HNC and HND level, all leading to university and a degree in public services.
So that does actually lead me on to my next question then. So what sort of careers do our students go on to do, and higher education opportunities as well? So you just mentioned a couple of courses that we now offer then.
Yes, I'll touch on the higher education bit. So a couple of years ago, the police launched that in order to be a police officer, individuals will need a degree. Alongside that, in the army as well, to be an officer, there's also opportunity to get a degree as well. So there's several paths within the public service that need a degree level. So we put on the level 4, level 5 program, and then hopefully that the student would leave us and go and do a level 6, their full degree elsewhere. And then that would give them a better opportunity to join the police or any of the other public services they can do. Career-wise, to put this into, give you an idea, the army alone have over 130 different careers. which a student could go on to. So you times that by the 3 branches, and then you look at the police and the fire service as well. The direction students can take with this course can expand. And even if they didn't do our level 4, level 5 here, they could also do forensics, criminology elsewhere, which again leads them onto maybe a career in the police service if they wish.
There is a broad range of different career opportunities then. It's not just like you study this and you've got to become a police officer or a firefighter. There's so many different roles, aren't there, within each department?
Yeah, I would say that the unique thing about this course is the public service course doesn't give you a passport into that career. So you don't automatically just get the level 3 or the level 5, and that's it, you're guaranteed to join that career. That is down to the public services. What the course will do is give you the soft skills to go into any of those public services, but even further afield. So even after 2 years with us, you change your mind. What you learn with the public service skills down to resilience, teamwork, communication, you can use that in any career opportunity that you go into.
And also at the moment, obviously, it's really unfortunate that students aren't able to come in and see the facilities that we have at the college. So could you tell us about what our uniform public service students, what the space they would be using, what facilities we have at the college? Yeah,
so our course is 70% academic, 30% practical. As part of the academic side, yes, you'd get the use of the classroom and the facilities at the college, and that includes the gym, the sports hall where we do our fitness sessions. But then we also expand that into teaching in Walsall City Centre. We go on patrol with the police, we go down the Arboretum doing mud runs. So within the college, classrooms and the sports hub is our main facilities, but expand that, and we do use a vast amount of facilities external to the college as well.
And also just following on from that, we did hold a welcome open day, but that was virtual last week, and we took you on a virtual tour around the campus, so that is available to watch back on our Facebook and YouTube pages if you want to see what our campuses are like. Now, Adam, obviously at the college, we're all about working with the industry professionals and making sure that our courses do align with the jobs market. So what sort of employers can our students expect to work with?
So along with the majority of my staff and myself have been in the public services, or a minimum of one. I've got several staff members who have been part of 2 public services. So they bring their knowledge and their experience to the job, or to the course anyway. But that what's that allowed us to do is have these links with the public services that we've developed over years and decades, that the students take advantage of. We do several seminars where public services come in and speak to the students directly about the careers and how to join the police, the army, and the selection process of those public services. But we also run career events where we visit police stations, prisons, army bases, so the students can see firsthand what it's like to be in those services. Along all of that as well, we have several projects running. So we have something called Street Watch, which we run with our level 4s and 5s, and that is literally the police will train those students in some sort of patrolling, and then those students will have a shift pattern patrolling with regular police officers around Walsall to maintain their own neighbourhoods. And the experience the students get from that, when put in an interview, okay, will put you above any other person going for that job.
I think that's a really important point, actually, the fact that students aren't just leaving the college just having passed course. Actually, you can say, during my time at college, I did this, I managed to go on a patrol, I was engaging with the public. So it's really good that our courses do give students the opportunity to do that. Now, quite a popular question that we do get asked is about equipment in uniform. So would students need any particular clothing or equipment for uniformed public services? Yes,
so at Walsall we do have a uniform policy that is sort of black shoes, or black footwear, should I say, dark trousers, and then it's what we call a NATO shirt, a NATO jumper, and a tie. The students will be asked to purchase this, and we have an agreement with a company in Walsall called Multiprint, where if you were to go in, they would be able to show you the sizes. Unfortunately, because of COVID, you can't try the uniforms on, but they could show you, give you some guidance, and then you could place that order, and it'll be ready for September for collection. So that's the uniform. There are other elements. So a sports kit, again, it's a t-shirt, it's a polo t-shirt, and that's it, with public service emblem on. Further to that, the equipment is minimal. Apart from, it depends on the unit. So if you're on level 3, we do a week's camping, where we take the students camping. If you're on the second year, we actually go and walk Hadrian's Wall. There will be equipment, things like sleeping bags, roll mats, outdoor clothing that the student would need, but it's something that they could use after leaving Walsall College anyway.
Well, that's great. And in relation to this as well, we do offer bursaries to help with things like equipment, bus passes, uniform, and you can watch back our previous finance session that's available on our Facebook and YouTube pages, and there's also more information available on our website. So Adam, what sort of hours would uniform public services students be working, or just as a rough guide, what would a typical week look like for them?
So what we try and do is we try and limit the students in college to 3 days a week. Obviously, the COVID situation, that may change, but on principle, we look at no more than 3 days. That then allows the student to have a study day where they can catch up on assignments, do research, and then a 5th day to do volunteering or a part-time job. I bring the volunteering up is because volunteering externally to the course and to the college is important, not only for the public services interview stage, but for the course as well. So we try and give those students those 2 days to study and do volunteering. And for those students who have achieved GCSE, they might even be in only 2 days a week. Timing wise, again, it can differ regarding to, might be 2 full days or 3 mornings in a row with just an afternoon. It really depends on the course and where we lie with government guidance.
Yeah, so it could potentially change. So Andy, just to bring you in now, I suspect that some of our viewers who are watching at the moment might not be 100% sure about what career they want to go into and what course to apply for. So is there any support that we can offer to these students, and what advice can we give them?
Yeah, well, the careers team at the college is available for prospective and for current students for support. We're available at the moment, so if anybody kind of watching who's got any questions about the courses or general careers advice that they might need, please do get in touch. All of our details are on the website. They can email us, they can contact us by telephone. We do Zoom appointments as well now. And we're actually going to be in college in the weeks coming up, usually I think between the hours of 10 and 3, Monday to Friday. So there will be a careers officer based at the Wisemore campus between those hours in the next couple of weeks. But we offer support for students who are looking to start a course at the college. We can help them kind of look at the course in a bit more detail. Like Adam's just been talking about, the progression through the levels and the potential careers that it can go into. We can sit with the student and look at those avenues as well before they decide what they want to do. And then when the students enrolled with us, they have full access to our service across the length of time that they're with us. So they can come and book a one-to-one appointment. They can drop into the career centre and we can help them with, a range of different things, whatever's kind of on the agenda really for that particular student, whether that's going into employment, looking at apprenticeships, into higher education and so on.
There's lots of different support options available, which is great. And quite a big question that students sometimes have is what happens if they realise that actually within the first couple of weeks they've made a mistake, they've picked the wrong course, are they able to change the course that they're on?
Yeah, it depends on the course that they want to do instead. We'd have to obviously speak to tutors at the college. If they want to do a course at the college, we'd speak to the tutors to find out, first of all, if there's spaces available. If it's a popular course, it's obviously got to be right for that individual as well. Entry requirements are important, previous experience and knowledge, etc. And it's ultimately the tutor's kind of call really to place them on the course or not, but we can liaise with all parties and help that particular student in whichever way possible. We are an impartial service as well, so if that means directing them elsewhere, then so be it, as long as it's the right thing for that student. But yeah, there is the chance for them to change course. Ideally, now is the time to do their research and look into all their options, and look at the virtual open days, visit these kind of sessions that we're using for Facebook Live, just to get an insight into the course if there is a slight interest there. And do ask questions, do book an appointment or get in touch with the guidance team in the meantime if there is any kind of burning questions they have.
So it's definitely worth booking an appointment with yourselves first if you're unsure, rather than just applying for a course and then waiting to see if you've made the right decision. It's best to just get in touch with the career guidance team first.
Absolutely, yeah.
And if a student maybe hasn't quite met the grades for the course that they've applied for, what can they do, and do we offer resits as well for them?
Yeah, I mean, Adam touched on this, with the levels available, especially for public services from level 1 up to level 5. The grades that the students come into us with, hopefully there will be a course, a level available for them. English and maths is important. They can retake them, possibly alongside a full-time programme. So the college does GCSEs, which they can retake them in the autumn. They can enrol onto the classes part-time as well. And the college does functional skills, English and maths as well. So they can do it alongside the course. There are options available as long as they want to do public services. That's the main kind of questions we'd be asking, whether or not they're suitable for that subject and the reasons behind it, maybe what they want to do going forward. But they can retake English and maths alongside the course if need be.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much, Andy. So Adam, to go back to you now, I know that you mentioned about the camping trips. So could you just give me a bit more information about the different types of trips that our students will get to go on, and do they get to attend any masterclasses or any seminars?
Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, 30% of our course is practical. We categorise that into 3 areas. Category 1 are trips and activities that are essential to the course. And from a financial point of view, the college pay for those activities. And that could be anything from rock climbing, mountain biking, scuba diving, anything that you need for the course, the college will pay for. We then have category 2, which are activities and trips, which are linked to the course and are nice to have, but they're not fully essential. And these are things like trips to the Houses of Parliament for some of our government and policies units, to whitewater rafting we this year, even to as far as to the level 4s went to New York this year. Those sort of trips, because it's not essential, but it's nice to have. The college will pay some towards it, and then the students are expected to pay some towards it as well. And then our third category are things completely enrichment based, nothing to do with the course. It's just fun, excitement for the students. And these can range from ice skating around Christmas time to going to Switzerland skiing. And those activities, the college don't pay a contribution. We will organise and facilitate, but the students would have to pay. What we do pride ourselves at Walsall College is the practical experiences we give to the students. And the reason for that is, as I said in the live chat last week, is when the public services sort of interviewing someone, the qualification is one thing, but it is actually the individual that the public service really are going to be looking at. And what we do is do these physical activities to push the students mentally and physically out of their comfort zone. So as I said, if they're scared of heights, we're taking rock climbing. If they're claustrophobic, we've got caving on this year. And the reason for that is so when they are in an interview and are questioned about when they've ever been scared or whenever they ever conquered a fear, okay, they've got those answers.
And that must be really rewarding, actually, when you have students that manage to overcome those fears through doing those activities.
It is, and it's because of those soft skills that come with it. So the communication, the teamwork, the resilience, the problem solving, that's all the skills that will, and the qualities that will be needed in the public services. So that 30% of practical elements, all these trips and activities, may seem like a nice to have and a jolly, but they're not. There is a solid foundation of the reasons we do what we do, because we know it's required in the public services, and those experiences will give you a better chance of getting that job in the end of the day.
That sounds like a fantastic experience. And are there any particular areas within uniform public services that we should look out for, anything up and coming? And also, I think students are quite keen to know typical salaries, particularly for entry-level jobs.
So from a recruitment point of view, everyone would have seen the news about the push for the 20,000 new police officers. So that's going to be a big thing for current students. But I think that will continue over the next couple of years. So just keep an eye on that. I mean, 80% of our students want to be police officers. So it is a high, it's a popular career to go into. Salary wise, it can range anywhere from a private soldier, for instance, starting on 17,000 compared to a police officer, which would start on £23,000 annually. But then that creeps up all the way into the 80s to 100,000, depending on your rank and what position you are in those public services. What is good about the public services is no matter what your job is, because it is rank based, okay, wages do follow it. So it doesn't matter whether you're in the military on the front line or whether you're at a desk doing a payroll. If you are that rank, you get paid the same amount of money. And it's that equality, which is very good in the public services.
Thank you. And I think we've had a few questions come through on Facebook. So I know, Adam, you have touched upon this already, but somebody has asked what sort of trousers and shoes are allowed. That was by Jess.
Okay, so footwear, we used to have shoes, so you had to put polish on, but that's uncomfortable for students. As long as it's black footwear, it can be, and not flip-flops, but it can be trainers, multi-activity shoes, or not just normal old school shoes, for instance. That is fine. It's just something that the student feels comfortable in and can wear all day. Regards to trousers, again, some students wear black combats like the police do. We probably push it to that one, but what we're looking for is more what you'd wear at school. So it is smart and practical.
Okay, thank you, Adam. Hopefully that's helped, Jess. So we have had another question from Alicia, and she said, I applied for level 3 but got on level 2 because of my previous grades. If I get better grades, would I be put on level 3 or stay on level 2? So it's about the entry requirements then.
Yeah, so the entry requirements. So we do have entry requirements for level 3. You would need at least 4 C's or 4 4s and above. Depending on what you get in English and maths will determine which level of level 3, because there are different levels in level 3 which you get into. So if she's been put on to a level 2 and then come her enrolment, she's got better predicted grades, we would move her onto the correct course.
Okay, thank you very much for your question, Alicia. So the third question that we have is from Ricardo. So Ricardo has asked, if a student is a police cadet, can they wear their uniform at college?
No, it would have to be our uniform, and the reason for that is so everyone is equal. Their police cadet, though, we are looking to run police cadets here at Walsall College. And that was obviously being delayed because of the COVID situation. But there will be times that the individual can wear their uniform. So on remembrance, they can wear their police cadet uniform at events like that.
Okay, thank you very much, Ricardo. Fourth question that we have is, does the college provide work experience for public services, or do we have to find this ourselves? So there is a dedicated work experience team as well, isn't there?
There is. The difficult thing with public services and work experience is the insurance. So we're unable, like other areas, maybe for instance, sport, going to work in a gym, or for health and social care, going to work in a care home. Public services, we can't send you to a fire station, a police service, all because of health and safety and GDPR. What we encourage students to do is get some sort of volunteering work, whether that's with air ambulance or a charity shop. And what we try and do is encourage the student to find that themselves. If come November or December, that student still has not found a volunteering or work placement position, yes, our department, as in the workforce department, would help, but public services staff would also find a number of tasks or positions for that student to work in. So we get asked to marshal big events over weekends, and so we would maybe take 30 students away for the weekend to marshal the world's biggest assault course, and that's sort of work experience that way. So we have an opportunity. So to simply answer the question, student finds it first. If they're struggling, we will assist.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for your question. So just before we go, is there anything that a potential student that is looking at studying uniform public services that they can do in their spare time to help prepare for the course?
So we're putting the team and I have put a 6-week taster package together. So if a student has applied for the course, had an interview, and will have enrolled by then, over the summer, each week the students will receive a task to do weekly to prepare them for September. So the first one would be a 6-week training program. So fitness is a huge thing on public services. So we'll be sending them a 6-week training program to develop their cardiovascular and their strength over the summer period. And then each week they'll get a new task, like learning the phonetic alphabet, or learning different communication systems, or finding precise entry requirements for their chosen public service. So from the week commencing the 13th of July, all those students who have applied will be, via email, be receiving a weekly task to prepare them for September.
Oh, that's fantastic. So we have had another question from Ricardo again. How long is the level 3 course?
So that depends on the individual's GCSE results. So they can do 1 year. Okay, we can assign them up to a 1-year course. We can see how that goes, and if they achieve but don't want to come back, they can leave with 1 A level at the end of 1 year. If we like them and they like us and do the full 2-year course, they leave with 3 A levels. So we do have the option of to 1 year or 2 year. All depends on the individual's GCSEs and what they want to get out of the course.
Thank you very much for your question, Ricardo. So just before we go then, is there anything, Adam or Andy, that you'd like to add? Any last minute advice to students that are applying for us?
I was just going to mention Adam touched on this as well a little bit, about transferable skills, which, we try and encourage students to look at part-time jobs as well, and we help with the employability side of things. So with their CV, preparing them for an interview, filling in application forms and general job search. So that's another kind of part of our service that is available for students. So I would recommend again that, students looking at the courses, do try and look at part-time work, volunteering work. If you are struggling, again, the careers team is here to help with all of that. So just bear us in mind when you do enroll. I'm sure you have an induction and everything at the start of term, so you'll see where we're based. But just employability in general is an important part of your time at college, as well as studying and your academic side. So do think about that before you start.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, Adam, we've just had some last minute questions for you again. So Alicia has asked, what kind of stuff happens in the level 2 and how long is it?
The level 2 is a 1-year course. level 2 this year, and just so everyone who's watching, level 2 is an exam-based year as well. So students will have to, as part of their 70% academic, sit external exams. But our job is to get them through that. But from what we do on level 2, we cover units of careers within the public services. A lot of level 2 students wanted to join the fire service, for instance, but by the end of the course want to join the police. So level 2 is sort of a find your feet sort of course. So we do a lot of them careers, public service skills, and developing their teamwork, as well as doing low-level practical stuff like kayaking, navigation, all of those skills that I've mentioned before. Build up ready for level 3, and that's our plan on level 2, to develop you as an individual. So when you hit level 3, you're confident in your academic ability, you're confident in your practical ability. So you are able to stay with us for another 2 years, getting that level 3, which is essential for the public services.
Thank you very much, Alicia. And last question now, so quite a good question actually from Charlotte. Do the levels learn together or separately?
They learn separately because they've got different units. However, there are occasions where we do mix, maybe for practical elements and remembrance and around the Christmas period. But no, we teach separately, and there'll be separate groups. But to expand on that, if we've got 3 level 3 groups, there are occasions that they all get taught together. If there are 2 level 2 groups, they get taught together as well. So they'll have their own separate classes and they'll come together. But no, we don't mix level 1 with level 3, for instance.
Okay, thank you for your question. So Adam, any last minute advice for any students applying?
So I'm going to echo what you said at the start about applying as soon as they can if they are interested. And the reason I say that is because Public Services and Walsall College are now in a position next week to enrol students. So anyone watching going, what's the next stage? What will happen over the next couple of days is that they will be invited into college next week. And that's either to hold an interview, which might not have been done yet. And following that interview, they can enrol. However, if an interview has already taken place and they've been offered a place, those students will also be invited in next Wednesday and Thursday to enrol on the course. Anyone who still is interested and hasn't applied and wants to apply as soon as, if they popped in next week, Wednesday, Thursday, I will have staff here to interview. Okay, and so we can build up the process while it's quiet at the college. And social distance is still in place, we can get the students interviewed and enrolled by next week. So it's a case of apply as soon as they can, and then use next week, next Wednesday and Thursday as the time to come in and speak to my staff.
Okay, thank you very much, Adam and Andy. So yeah, as Adam's just said, please make sure that you do apply if you are thinking about studying with us. Make sure that you've done plenty of research as well around the course that you wish to study. Look at the entry requirements, look at the different units that are covered, and then also think about what that can potentially lead to in the future as well. I want to say a massive thank you to Adam and Andy for joining us today and answering all the questions. Both been brilliant. We hope that you found this session really useful as well. If we didn't manage to answer your questions, or if you've had something just pop into your head, then please do either send us a message on Facebook, or you can email info@walsallcollege.ac.uk and a member of the team will get back in touch with you shortly. We have our next live session, which will be on Monday at 4 p.m, and it's all about science. I want to say thank you again to everyone. Hope to see you soon, and goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.